Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On first down, it's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 81 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. It certainly was a disappointing end to the season for Baltimore as their offense comes back onto the field. But everyone remembers Cincinnati knocking them out of the playoffs on that Andy Dalton to Tyler Boyd play. They finished 9-7. The interesting thing was they had a plus 92 points differential, which was 4th best in the AFC.
So that tells me, and we saw it throughout the season, they were back to playing Baltimore Ravens defense. And that really helped their offense out in a big way. I think they still need help at the skill positions. They've got to upgrade at wide receiver. Alex Collins stepped in and played well at running back, but he needs some help as well. And, of course, Joe Flacco is going to have to continue to get better at his position. They've got to score more points and help out that defense, which played so well in 2017.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now Flacco. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kiko Alonso coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, it's Collins. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, a 23-yard run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 2nd down, Collins. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They go again with Collins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now Collins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And with a play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head some.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jeremy Maclin from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Going deep here for Landry. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
We were all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Maclin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Miami's offense getting ready to come back out onto the field. Take a step back, Charles. You look at the Dolphins in 2017. Look, they were 10-6 in 2016. Many people thought, wow, here we go. 2017 high hopes. They limped to a 6-10 finish, however.
Yeah, and you use the word limped, and it started with the injury to Ryan Tannehill. His knee in preseason, in camp. And then they decided to bring in Jay Cutler. That didn't work the way they expected to work at the quarterback position. Jay Ajayi was a Pro Bowl, well over 1,000-yard runner the year before. The chemistry wasn't right. He gets traded to Philadelphia midseason. And Jarvis Landry, over 100 catches this year, but yards per catch, well below 10 yards. So when you add it all together, not what they expected on the offensive side of the ball.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league.
And 13 yards that time and another first down. Hill over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry, and he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. He is, by the way, Jarvis Landry, the man who led the NFL in receptions this last year, 112 of them.
The only issue for him, because he did put it in the end zone 9 times, and people fear him as a
on 1st and 10, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back to throw, Tannehill. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's going to have to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Fasano here brings it in. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They are going for it. It's Tannehill, and it's caught by Parker. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 60 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And again, it's Collins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Flacco looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lawrence Timmons.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Right back to Drake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Julius Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Collins running it from the pistol. 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a give to Collins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football, Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Got some room at the 30. And now look at him go. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 83 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's Flacco. Airing one out for Macklin, deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jeremy Macklin, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's Flacco. He hits his target, left side, Watson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Looking deep here for Macklin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Woodhead. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. He's got his man. That's Wallace. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Flacco here on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They'll look to throw. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking. Decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college.
There's no doubt about points. They were easy to come by.
They were, but it
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.